Hello, folks. How you doing today? Today I'm going to be smoking my Dunhill ODA, which I've shown a couple times. The music in the background is non-copyrighted material from a friend of mine, Andy and Tippin. You've heard a song or two from him before, and he's encouraged me to play his music on YouTube, and he's made me a CD or two, and I'm playing that now. So right off the bat, this is uncopyrighted material, and is the sole property of Mr. Tippin, and he's allowing me to use the music. And where is that Dunhill? Okay, here's the Dunhill. A nice, manly ODA hexagon shape. We're gonna light her up. So listen to the nice sounds of Mr. Andy and Tippin. See her footsteps drag, and her hair is shining so brightly. I think she loves someone, and her faces ain't dancing so lightly. I think she loves someone. Now I'm going to zoom ahead because I'm not crazy about every tune he does. I'm traveling down the Castlereagh, I'm a station hand. I'm handy with the rope and pole, I'm handy with a brand. I can tame a rowdy colt, swing an axe all day. Again, Mr. Andy and Tippin, uncopyrighted material. There isn't the slightest doubt we had to make a ship for the money was running out. So I gathered up me horses, I whistled up me dog. We strikes across the country at the old jig job. This old black horse I'm riding, you'll notice what's his brand. He wears the crooked R, there's no better in the land. He takes a lot of beating, but hope you're enjoying a smoke with me. For a bit of a joke with a racing bloke for 20 pounds a side. And it's ship, boys, ship, there isn't the slightest doubt. We had to make a ship for the money was running out. But he canted home a winner. Gentlemen, the other one at the start floor. Your pipes. He's a red hot sort to pick up with his old jig job. Well, I asked the bloke for shearing along the Massaguy. He says we shear non-union here, I call them scabs as I looked along the shearing floor before I made it go. There are 8 to 10 non-union men a shearing in a row. And a ship, boys, ship, there isn't the slightest doubt. We had to make a ship with the leprosy about. But I gathered up me horses, I whistled up me dog. We left the scabby station at the old jig job. Now I went to Willowera where me brother's got a farm. He has to kiss the landlord's hand before he lifts an arm. The landlord owns the countryside, man, woman, dog and cat. They haven't the cheek to dare to speak without they touch their hats. And it's ship, boys, ship, there isn't the slightest doubt. That little landlord God and I would soon have fallen out. Was I to tip my hat to him? Was I his bloody dog? So he strikes across the country at the old jig job. Now it's time I was leaving, I've a mighty long way to go. So I drink artesian water from 1,000 feet below. I'll meet the overlander with his cattle coming down. We'll work a while and make a pile, then have a spree in town. And it's ship, boys, ship, there isn't the slightest doubt. We had to make a ship for the money was running out. So I gathered up me horses, I whistled up me dog. We strikes across the country at the old jig job. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. I sure did. And haven't heard them for a while, so I went through my CDs and, got them out there. And again, hope you enjoyed it. I was going to play some Steel Eye Span, but the people in the UK probably have heard of the band. It's a British rock group from the 80s. But again, a little worried about the you-know-who. So I'm going to stick to Andy and Tippin today, and I'm going to look for more of them. It's got a tune, something like I'm the King of the Highway, something like that. No, The Keys to the Highway, which is another one. And so you might be hearing a song or two in the next few days, if I can find. I'm not the most organized person that's come to my music. The place is neat, of course, my space here, but I tend to put stuff out of order. It's just like I have a hankering for a tune, I get it out, and then I get out another one, and before you know it, I have 6 or 7 CDs around, and something will happen. Somebody will come home, want to talk to me, and I'll put them in a drawer and then wait to organize them later. That type of thing. And of course, they're mowing the lawn now as I'm doing my video, but it's not too distracting, I don't think. But hope you're all doing well today. It's about going on 2:15 here in the Northeast, and it's a fine day, sun shining. I have my my light on low up here. That's a 3-way with the 60 bulb on. If I have it all the way up on the 3-way, actually it's some unwanted glare on the right side of my face, which you sometimes notice that kind of little white bright light, and it doesn't really enhance the video. So I love it when the natural light is coming in. Today, it's just going to be mellow with no undue rants. As a matter of fact, I kind of reviewed it later and I thought, oh geez, no need for that. Let's stick to pipes and tobaccos. I've noticed that quite a few of you have quite a lineup of wonderful tobaccos, and it's very nice. Like I'm known for cranking through a blender too. I get hooked on, but a lot of you have quite a nice lineup actually, and blends I've never heard of. I wanted to mention one blend that I like. I responded to someone that and I said, the Rat Race line, I've smoked half a dozen or more of their blends, and one especially nice one that I like. I don't know I've never even checked the review on it actually. I started smoking it before I knew there were pipe tobacco reviews years ago. It's called Simply Fragrant, and it's a dark black Cavendish, as dark as you can get, and it's a real tasty blend. So if you ever want to try something a little different, order up a can of Rat Race Fragrant. And so that's my tobacco recommendation for the day. I'm gonna light up again. Looking for my tamper down there, boy. I saw an interesting show yesterday evening on the same vein as Modern Marvels. It's called How It's Made. And they had Dunhill being made, two different ones, and they even showed you that they I didn't know this, that they drill a hole in the stem and they actually have a very tiny piece of material that goes into this thing. In other words, the thing isn't just painted on there, which I found quite interesting. And they did a smooth pipe and a rusticated one. And it was great. It was really interesting. And if it ever comes on, watch it. I know a lot of you stick to, you know, the internet and stuff like that. But check it out. Very interesting. Show's called How It's Made. And they do all sorts of stuff. Just like the Modern Marvels show. Yeah, there's some, almost said Marvel. The Modern Marvels show. Well, glad I checked my time. I have approximately 2 minutes to go. Because when you're playing songs, you know, time really goes by. I've been going back into the videos I've done, and you'll notice maybe something that's like a week old. Oh, geez, I wrote the guy a week ago. Where is he? And suddenly popped up. Well, I'm filling in some gaps, and some of you have written quite nice long things, and so remember, I'm a one finger guy and hunt and peck on the pad, so it takes me a little bit to tap out, you know, a few lines. So I'm going back and I'm responding to you all. I think I have to get back to Alpha. I mean, don't feel snubbed if you haven't heard from me in a little while. It's just I'm not overwhelmed by any chance, but I really put a lot into what I'm going to say, and you know, I could just say thanks everyone, and you know, do one of those multiple things, but I really do put some thought into my responses. Well, it looks like our time is up. This session went pretty good. So, without further ado, happy smoking.